All right, everybody. I'm about to answer this question. He didn't write it to me. He just left a comment and I seen it. He said, I own a reliable lawn service in Orlando, Florida. I charge $59 every other week for bi-weekly services. Normally, we have a 3-man crew. We spend about 10 to 20 minutes per yard. Am I undercharging? I want to be at $100 an hour. My spouse thinks I'm undercharging. Your AI thinks I'm undercharging. Yet I raised my prices $10 for future customers and I can't close anything. I sent out 10 estimates yesterday and not a single call converted. With my normal prices, I more than likely would have closed at least half of them. Obviously, I'm following up with them. I feel like I'm in growth mode and I need to be throwing everything I have back at the business. I'm still not the cheapest in the area. A competitor of mine charges $25 a week, $34 bi-weekly, and $45 monthly. So I'm definitely not lowballing. I can't afford the $1,000 for the coaching call. And I don't think I'm big enough for a turnaround. Do you have any advice? Look, I'm gonna give you some. You said you have a 3-man crew. You spend about 10 to 20 minutes per yard. That's what you said. I can't turn my camera around. I want to show you something. This property here, that property there, and hold on, this one down the street, and that property right there, okay? My minimum is $70. Those 3 properties are done in 34 minutes. We're not talking about how fast we can get a property done. We're not talking about that. You asked, are you undercharged? Yes, you are undercharging. You are undercharging big time. You need to listen. You cannot compete with the other cheap guys in your area because all of you guys will be competing for the same cheap client. You don't want to do that. Now, I understand your business isn't making any money because you just said you can't afford a $1,000 coaching call. You have 2 people on payroll and you can't afford the $1,000 coaching call. Let me pull over. Let me pull over because I want to answer a few more of these questions. I'm gonna go back through this. I'm gonna read it and answer it. Don't get upset and turn it off and say this guy don't know what he's talking about. He's solo. $59 for a bi-weekly yard, that's not worth nothing. Think about this. You're running thousands of dollars of equipment to come pull up to somebody's house for $59. Then you also says, you raise your prices $10 for future customers and you can't close anything. That's telling me right there you're not in front of the right people. Then you also says you sent out 10 estimates yesterday and not a single call converted. With my normal prices, I more likely would have closed at least half of them. You listen. Hold on before I say this. All right, look. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. The 2 guys you got, you need to go ahead and fire them because you're breaking even. You're not profiting nothing. You need to fire them 2 guys. That way you're drowning in work. And immediately you need to raise prices on everybody. You need to give everybody a $10 price increase. You will lose half, you will keep half. Listen to what I said. You will lose half and keep half and make the same amount of money with less work. Then you build from there. You need to go ahead and tear down that barn you got built on that foundation so we can rebuild it a more stronger barn. You need to tear that one down and rebuild it. Because you can't grow because this is going to happen. What's that noise? Because look at it like this. I know you're thinking, man, I can't lose my help, man. I don't want to lose my help, man. My business is sink. I can't keep up with the work by myself. I'll give you an example. We're going to use hypothetical numbers here. We're going to use hypothetical numbers. Hypothetical numbers. let's say I'm cutting 50 $60 properties, right? In a run of a week, that's $3,000. And I got a buddy that's cutting 100 $30 properties. This is why I say fire your help and raise your prices, because it's gonna bring that workload down. Like if you fire your help, you're like, man, I got 100 properties, I can't do it. Instantly give everybody a $10 price increase. Half gonna say yes, half gonna say no. You can breathe now. Let me show you something. If I'm cutting 50, $60 properties at $3,000 a week, and my buddy cutting 100 $30 properties at $3,000 a week, we're both making $3,000. Correct? Which one of us will need another zero turn quicker? Which one of us will need another string trimmer quicker? The guy with the 100 properties. You cannot sustain running a cheap base business. I'm just reading back everything you wrote. You said you can't afford the $1,000 coaching call. You have 2 employees and you can't afford the $1,000 coaching call? Then that means you're not priced right, you're not structured right. You need to go ahead, fire your help, and raise your price. We're in the beginning of the season. We in May. This is the beginning of the season. You still got time to turn this thing around. Now you can do what you want, but $59 for let's get that on up to $70 bi-weekly. Let's get that on up to $70 bi-weekly. Because the only thing you're doing is working for free. And I don't want to see that happen to you. So come on, Joseph, let's change this thing. Let's turn it around.